Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about my chi-chis, my boobs. One thing I wanted to talk about with you guys is cyberbullying. It seems to be running really rapid, and the reason that I talked about it is because there is this one specific person, and not only just her, but there's just other people. Ever since I was talking about getting breast augmentation, she was against it, which is fine. I understand that everyone's not going to agree with it, but for you to always like try to push your agenda down people's throats is just not okay. And basically she was saying that there's other ways to find happiness, and you know, I understand expressing your opinion, but when you try to express your opinion to make someone feel like they made a bad decision or what they did is wrong, or basically insulting them, saying that, oh well, you must not be happy who you are as a person in general because I want to get boobs, is just kind of ridiculous. So I want to talk about how to overcome that basically, and how to deal with cyberbullying, because it's not going to stop. A lot of these videos that I'm seeing, a lot of the girls are like, you know what, like if you're going to leave negative comments, then get off my page, or if you don't want to watch this breast augmentation video, then you don't have to watch it, which I agree with you. But if you want to leave negative comments, that's completely fine with me, but I want you to know that I'm not going to respond to you, because you're not going to basically destroy my energy because of the fact that you don't like something that I'm doing for my personal choice. Okay, so anyways, so first, handling negativity. My mom always taught me the best defense is offense, meaning I'm a very defensive person. Like, you can say something to me and I will be like, what did you say? And you might not even mean it defensively, and that's something I have to work on. But basically the best defense is offense. Like, just agree with them. Like, you know what, if someone has something negative to say about you, just say okay. Don't even argue with them. Don't put your energy into feeding back into that negative energy. It's just not worth it. Another thing which would be good, consider the source. Consider who's saying these negative things, or who's saying these comments basically, and you know, really assess who that person is. I feel like there's definitely certain things I don't agree with. I don't necessarily have a problem clearly with plastic surgery, but I think I have an issue with the fact that people are getting plastic surgery but they're saying it's natural. So then you have other people out there kind of being like, not kind of, but you have other people saying, oh, I can reach that, but you can't because it's fake. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's fake. You know what I'm saying? Plastic surgery is fake. It's meant to look real, and I don't have anything against that, but just be honest with people. If you got plastic surgery, just go ahead and say it. It's not that big of a deal. So remember, opinions are just opinions. It's not a fact. It's how someone feels towards you or towards a certain situation. You have to remember, opinions are not going to pay your bills. Opinions have never paid my bills. If opinions paid my bills, I would be straight for the rest of my life. If opinion pays my bills, I would be rich. But here I am, still paying my own bills, and still middle class, maybe low class, who knows, don't tell nobody, okay, because I'm working on it. Then next, at the end of the day, you always control how you react in a situation. You can never control how somebody treats you, but you can control how you decide to react to that person. There's been times where people have said negative things about me and I've gone off, and people really stopped paying attention to what that person said, and they really saw how I reacted, and I think that affected them more. So now what I'm doing is, if someone has something negative to say, I'm like, you know what, okay, that's totally fine. You don't have to agree with me. You know, you have a good day. And I see that either that person has to shut up and be quiet, or that person is just going to waste their time making negative comments still. Okay, so I just want to briefly talk to you guys about that, and we're going to go ahead and get into why I had surgery, my size, cost, and doctor, all that good stuff. And I'm sorry in advance for my bandages. I'm getting them taken off tomorrow, so I'm actually going to just zip that up, because I mean, that's just not really attractive. So there we go. Okay. So the reason I got breast augmentation, really ever since I was 16, I think that my story is super similar to literally why all girls get breast augmentation. At the end of the day, they wanted to get it, and that's why we got it. Like, point blank simple, but I'll explain it to you guys. So since I was 16, I have always been like athletic. No, even before I was 60, I always been athletic. I have an athletic build. I played sports. So I would always ask my mom, I'm like, Mom, when are my boobs gonna grow? When are they gonna grow? When are they gonna grow? And they never grew. And I used to tell myself I was 34B, and I never even hit a B. Like, I would wear B bras, but I was in the A. I was just really in denial, okay? So anyways, that's one reason. I've always wanted them since I was younger. And then I never really had an issue with having small boobs, but it wasn't like anything serious, because I was like, you know what, like, I like them right now, so like I'm not really tripping, but I know that one day I will want to get boobs done. So it wasn't until maybe this year, it was really this year, I started like trying on clothes, and like I just didn't like how I looked. I liked how my bottom half looked, but I didn't like how my top half looked. I looked really disproportionate because I was. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. And so it wasn't until this year I was like, you know what, like, dang, I'm really like noticing that I don't really like my boobs. So I can't fill out certain tops or certain dresses that I wanted to. And not only that, my arms are very buff too. So because I work out a lot, I'm sorry for my incisions, guys. But because I work out a lot, let me show you guys. Because I work out a lot, I like to build muscle. So I really have more broad shoulders, and you really could tell more so how buff I was. And I just didn't like it. I felt like I was just like so disproportionate. I had these buff arms, and I just had a flat chest, but I had like a nice butt and like nice thighs, you know. So I was just like, I felt disproportionate. So that was why I decided to get breast augmentation. And the reason why I'm doing a video on it is because I know that I speak about natural beauty, and I am natural myself, my hair, but I just want to be honest with you guys. There's nothing wrong with wanting to alter how you look if you are able to do it. You know, you just have to be honest with yourself and honest with other people about it. So that's why I got breast augmentation. I'm going to talk about size. So the size is really important, because I was talking to a lot of my friends, and I was like, guys, like, the doctor recommended 450, 475 for me, okay? I actually got 520 cc's. So a lot of my friends, when I first told them, I was like, I want to do like 500 cc's, like, they were like, no, that's gonna be way too big for you, like, you're teeny, like, don't do it. And then I had other friends that were like, you know what, dude, like, you can do 500 cc's, do it, like, do 500. I'm sorry, because at first it was going to be 500, but the certain implant that he put inside of my body, basically, it didn't come in 500, so I had to do 520, which I woke up and my mom told me it was 520, and actually I was like super stoked. I was like, dude, yes, 520, great. So now I look at them and I really like them a lot. And you guys have to realize they're really still swollen, and they're very high up, so they're gonna look a lot different when they do drop. Another thing that I've heard as well, a lot of women go as big as they can, only because right now I am swollen, and right now they are high up. But after time, what happens is, ladies, the young women, they like how the swollen look looks. They like how it looks very full. Now once it's not swollen anymore, your boobs go down the size that they actually should be. But what happens is, women are always like, dang, I liked how they look swollen. So that's why they usually typically go a bit bigger. So I would recommend to go bigger. I am the type of person, I like to look the natural look, but I don't want to look like Dolly Parton. And the thing is, if you have a good doctor, your doctor's not going to make you look like Dolly Parton. Your doctor's not going to give you a size that's too big for your body. So I think that that's really important. I think that with the size, you should talk to your friends about it, but whatever size you decide to go with, let's say the doctor says 450, I do think that you should go up a size bigger, because you have to remember they're going to swell down as well. Cost. It costs $6,250. I saved $3,000 up, and then I financed the rest. My dad luckily co-signed for me, so I was able to go through with the procedure. I went to Dr. Lane Smith. He is here in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's a great doctor. And I also want to talk about this too. He's a great doctor. He's a great doctor, but I have heard negative things about him. Not a lot, but some negative things about him. That does not mean he is not a great doctor. I'm telling you this because what's going to happen is you're going to ask around, okay, to your friends, what doctor should I go to? What doctor should I go to? Let's say you find a doctor and you love him, but then you talk to 2 of your friends and they're like, oh, I didn't like him for this or that reason. That does not mean he's not a good doctor. There are some people that told me, don't go to Dr. Lane Smith, don't do this, he's rude, he's this and that. No, he was awesome. He was nice. He explained things to me the way that he should have explained them to me. And he is a perfectionist, and that's what I liked. He made sure that he gave me what I asked for. Is to, right before you get your procedure done, you should see the doctor one more time, and he's going to draw on you and ask you what size you want and everything like that. So he did do that, and he realized that one boob was higher than the other, and he told me, and he said, listen, like, he was very honest. He said, one of your boobs might fall before the other one does. And I said, okay, the more informative your doctor is, the more honest they are, the more that you will feel comfortable with going to them as well. I got 520 cc's under the muscle. He was gonna do moderate plus on me, but when he got into the surgery room, he decided to do high profile on me instead, which I actually do like. I feel like I want that more full look once they do actually drop. And one more thing, I do love them. I love them already. I love them so much. Even though they're high and swollen, your girl still loves them, okay? Like, I have nothing against, like, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, you have to have big boobs. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying small boobs are bad, because they're not. Like, I feel like a lot of women are sexy with boobs, without booty, with booty. Okay, it's how you feel about yourself, and that's the biggest thing, is how you feel about yourself. And I did this for me. That was the whole point. I made sure that I did this for me. Of course, I always got comments like, oh, you're flat-chested, from guys, even from women. Like, people like make jokes here and there, but I never went and got a surgery because of that, and I made sure of it. I made sure that I wanted you to do it because I wanted to do it for me. And I think that's the biggest thing. You guys need to make sure that whatever you're gonna do, you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for society. You're not doing it for anybody else but yourself, and that is huge. I think that's really it for today. I didn't really want to make this video too long, but I definitely wanted to show you guys what they look like right now. And then they will give you guys a surgical bra. They're gonna give you a surgical bra and everything like that for when you get out of surgery. Next week I wanted to talk to you guys more about my first week experience, like the medications, how to like sleep, like what to expect, because honestly, like, I was going into this and I'm like, oh, I got this, like, it's gonna be super easy, I'm gonna be going to work within like 3 days. That's not the case, okay? Like, I'm taking at least 10 days off, and like I said, everyone's different. Well, not like I said, but just now, like, everyone's different within the healing process, so you might heal quicker than some other people. It depends. The fact that I was an A and now I'm about a D or a double D, like, my skin is like, what did you do to us? Like, what did you do to me? So it's taking me longer to heal, and I really didn't want to make this video too long, so make sure you guys tune in next week. I'm going to talk about my healing process. I do have my checkup tomorrow, so I will also speak about tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting my incisions, or my tape, basically taken off as well. And then what else? If you guys have any questions before next week, please feel free to comment below. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait for you guys to follow me on my basically breast augmentation journey. I'll see you guys next week, and thank you for tuning in.